Hey everybody, Liz here. This is session 3. And I'm going to try to speak a little more slowly and be very clear. And this may be a little bit of a longer video. This is where I explain my sauce. This is the process that saved my life back in the day, a number of years ago. And I'm going to go over this in great detail. I assure you, it will still be confusing. There's a lot of things here. And like I said last time, how is it that we change our subconscious, our programming, the paradigm, if we spend 10 minutes doing a little bit of this work and then the rest of the day, doom and gloom? All right. So I want to explain what I have going on here. And we're going to get started. I have some things on a list. I'm going to say them. I'm going to describe them. I'll reiterate the list. I do recommend that you re-listen to this. And if you're super confused, you could PM me or just do one thing. Do the first thing on the list and add one thing every day. You'll figure it out. So let's start with what I call the morning routine. I would say feel free to have coffee or tea. I joke I meditate with a cup of tea in my lap. Yes, I do. But you can wake up in the morning. We do recommend that if you have a normal lifestyle, if you're able to get up at 5 or 6 in the morning. If this is not your lifestyle or your schedule, then don't. But here's why. It does set you up for a better, more organized day if you can do this in the morning and get you up and ready for the day. Robin Sharma has a book called The 5 a.m. Club, very popular self-help author. There's a lot of good reasons for getting up early. But also this process I'm going to give you, should you choose to accept it, as I did many years ago, it takes over an hour. So the point is you need to plan an hour, whether it's the morning before the kids wake up, and you can do some of it happens at night as well, but this takes some time. So you need to make some time. I recommend in the morning, but do as you see fit. All right, here are the ingredients we're going to talk about, and I will explain these. You're going to create a goal, obviously. Create a goal. You're going to write a life script for yourself, which is 10 to 15 sentences around that goal. I will explain. You're going to do some mirror work. You're going to talk to yourself in the mirror. You're going to make some gratitude statements. You're going to write some I am statements. I am beautiful, I'm famous, I'm rich, whatever, right? You're going to record your life script into a recording device like your phone or a digital recorder. You're going to write out your goal 10 times. You're going to create a goal card. I will explain. And you're going to do some work in the evening. Now, many of you who do manifesting work have heard of these things. Like a lot of these are affirmations. You've heard this before. You're going to get it by the fire hose now. So first, you're going to create a goal. I don't have a slide for this, but you need to create a goal. Like my goal is, let's say my goal is, I'm financially free, comma, serving at the highest level. That's a very good one. I am financially free, comma, serving at the highest level. Something like that. Come up with a one sentence goal. It can change, but it's good to finally settle after a few weeks on one goal that you like. I make $1 million a year. I have a successful franchise business. I have a successful soap selling factory. I'm a successful dog trainer. I'm take care of the kids and I work from home, whatever it is you're wanting. So it's good to do some thinking along those lines, which is why we did 2 sessions first on self-concept, attitude, and thinking about setting yourself a really big goal. After you set yourself a one sentence goal, I want you to come up with a life script. This is simply, I would say, 10 to 15 sentences around your goal. So let's say my goal is, I am financially free, comma, serving at the highest level. You can have other statements. I'm going to make them up. You could say, I'm a great money manager. Money loves me. I handle my money beautifully. I have so much money in the bank. It's beautiful. I have beautiful, wonderful employees that work with me. I live in a beautiful home with my family. We take wonderful vacations and we have wonderful furnishings in the home. We have started a foundation for such and such charity. I'm fit, happy, and healthy. In other words, who are you? Who do you need to be? Who do you want to be? Whom do you intend to be to have this goal of what you want? What does serving at the highest level say mean to you? So you write out 10 to 15 sentences. They don't all have to be about money. They don't all have to be about serving. But if you're healthy and happy, right, then you can serve better, right? So 10 to 15 sentences, and these can change. These can absolutely change. And then I would say you can record these for 10 minutes into your phone or something like that. So you're going to listen to this in the morning when you wake up and then at night when you go to bed. Also, so here's the thing, if it takes 30 seconds to read out your life script, you will read it 20 times into your digital device. If it takes a minute to read, you'll record it, you'll say it 10 times over. Right. So what else to do? Of course, you're going to write out your goal statement 10 times. You can do this in any order that you like. You write out your goal 10 times. I'm financially free, comma, serving at the highest level 10 times. That's our sample goal for today, whatever it is for you. I also would like you to write out your life script every morning. And as I said, record it and listen to it when you first wake up, when you go to bed, when you're in that hypnagogic state. So you're going to make a goal. You're going to write it out 10 times. You're going to create a life script for yourself, those 10 to 15 sentences, and record it. You listen to it in the morning when you wake up and at night before you go to bed. Easy so far, right? When you get up and go see into the bathroom in the morning, I'd like you to see yourself in the mirror and for 30 seconds say some nice things to yourself like, wow, I always have the best day. Look at you. Look how awesome you are. Look how smart and handsome you are. Look at you. I'm so awesome. How did I get so awesome? It's really hard for some people because we don't think we're attractive or worthy of this, but this is a practice. I've even had to counsel people to leave the lights off at first if you're really that shy. But it's very good to begin to look at yourself and look in the mirror and say nice things to yourself. How often have we done the opposite? Okay. Say some nice things to yourself in the mirror. And then also, I call it mirror work. I kind of combined it all together. Read your goal statement out to yourself for 5 minutes. It seems forever, but I am financially free, serving at the highest level. I'm financially free, serving at the highest level. I'm financially free, serving at the highest level. You can do it while you're shaving. That's what Neville Goddard's people used to do. You could do it while you're doing your makeup. You can begin to feel really good doing this. This can feel really good. Oops, I went too far ahead. All right, next you're going to do some I am statements. And this is a type of affirmation. Write out 10 things. Oh, sorry, you're going to write some extremely happy and grateful statements. Sorry, blip, 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 blip. Lots of things to do. You're going to write out some gratitude statements. These are, you write out 10 things you're thankful for. And here's how I like to teach it. 10 things that have already happened, that you're already thankful for. And, 5 things that you are thankful for that have already happened, and 5 things that you want to happen that haven't happened yet. I think this may confuse the subconscious a little bit. They're like, oh, that's already happened. I did it when I was selling my motorcycles a couple of years ago. Like, oh, she sold the motorcycles. Ooh, and I sold them right away. So I'm extremely happy and grateful that, I'm fit, happy and healthy. So I'm happy and healthy. I get to take that trip. Or I got to take that wonderful trip with my family. And you say them in the present or past tense. So you don't say, please, I'm so happy and grateful that I'm going to get to take that wonderful family trip. You say that we're taking the family trip or that we took the family trip. It was wonderful. So you want to put it in the present or past tense of things you want to happen. So to reiterate, because I've been flubbing a little, 5 things that have already happened that you're thankful for, and 5 things that you want to happen. And these can change day to day, whatever comes to mind. I want you to visualize your goal for 10 minutes. Now, there's lots of ways to do this. At some level, you can simply just sit in meditation if you want to. If you can quiet the mind and find the gap between thoughts. Many of us have monkey mind and find it hard to do. I also teach my clients to create 30-second mental movies of you. Neville Goddard teaches getting on a cruise, being on a cruise ship and actually feeling the cold tinkle of the ice in the glass of the drink the waiter hands you. You can hear the splashes of the water against the side of the ship. Of course, they had to take ships everywhere. They didn't take planes as much. And you feel the splash of the water on you because you're on the deck in a deck chair. You see the pool, whatever it is. Can you make yourself a 30-second movie? I'll share a fun one that a client once taught me. A client once decided she wanted a lot of money in her bank account, so she actually imagined going to the bank teller. Not the teller at the counter, but you sit down at the desk with someone. This is how it looks here in the States. You sit down with someone and you see a lady or a man, and they're behind the computer looking at your bank account. And you're sitting there with your purse or your wallet, and they say, wow, you have depositing over $200,000 in your bank account every month. That's great. And you go, yep, my business is doing great. And she goes, congratulations, she, as they print up a receipt or a piece of paper showing you your bank accounts. and you fold it up, put it in your wallet or purse, and that's 30 seconds long. And you can do that for about three. And if you do each of the three, let's say you make 3 mental movies, you can do each of them, say for 3 minutes and do that. That's a fun way to do it. I used to have 3 set mental movies of the different projects I wanted. So it's for health. You can do it for health. You can see yourself walking. You can see yourself running that marathon or climbing K2 or Mount Everest, getting married, being that great relationship, the great vacation, whatever it is, that great business and the success. And there are the great, wonderful promotions at work. What are you going to do with all your money? So, this is up to you. There's a lot of ways to meditate. Some people purchase or use or create their own guided meditations and just listen to them. But it's important to close out the outside world for a while and begin to imagine what it is you want. If you haven't tried making the mental movies, I do recommend that. We can talk about that further. Next, now we're ready. I'd like you to write out 20 I am statements. And you could go as highfalutin as you like. One of mine is I'm calm, serene, and peaceful. Another one of mine is I'm bold, courageous, confident, and courageous, and adventurous, something like that. I'm getting younger every day. I'm fit, healthy, and strong. I do beautiful yoga. That's Liz saying that. You could say I am. I said I do just now, but there's a little flexibility there. And you could say I am beautiful. I'm gorgeous. I'm brilliant. I'm handsome. I'm a genius. Go ahead and say, and if this feels too crazy, like you don't feel like you deserve all those beautiful words, you could make it something like, I am getting better and better every day. I'm always able to figure things out. You can go more neutral, in other words, if it feels too crazy to say how beautiful or handsome you are, or how smart and how much of a genius you are. I'm a genius. I'm brilliant, smart. I often say, I'm fun, I'm funny. And you could throw in adjectives into the same sentence, but this gets you to feeling really good. Write out 20 I am statements. I would like you to speak your goal statement out loud to yourself in the mirror for 5 minutes. I said this earlier in this session, in this presentation, but can you say for 5 minutes, oh, I'm financially free, serving at the highest level. Really get that in. All right, so that's in the morning. You can knock that out at whatever time works for you, or if you are work at night, if you could do it at night when you get home, whatever. But that can take up to an hour. But what do we do during the day? I recommend that people can set some sort of timer app on your phone or your fitness app or something that, like, for 3 to 6 times a day, you can pull out your goal card. Your goal card is just a little piece of paper, like a 3x5 card, index card. I can email you my version if you want to print it out and put it in like a credit card sleeve. But where you say, I'm financially free, serving at the highest level. And you just have it in your purse, wallet, by your nightstand, by your computer, taped to the wall, taped to the mirror, and you look at it. So, every couple of hours you have a timer go off and you're like, oh, and you get to that feeling place. Because remember I said earlier, what does it do to the subconscious? How much does it help if you're negative all day long, but you just spend 10 minutes trying to be positive? You remind yourself again and again, it's like a little injection of positivity and cheerfulness and good attitude of, oh, I'm financially free, serving at the highest level. Amazing. But I just explained the goal card. It's a little card. If you want my little file, I'll send it to you if you PM me. You could just write it on a 3x5 card as well. And now here's what I call I didn't have this on my list of to-dos, but during the day, you can write out an elimination list. As you're starting this work, what you can do is think of how you talk to yourself every day, or some of the more negative things. I hate those people, or I hate myself. I don't deserve that. I suck. I'm never good at it. I can't. All those things. If you find some things you say repetitively to yourself, write them down on a list. And here's what you do with that list. You can talk to me later if you want, but if we don't talk, what you could do after you get a good list going, you can do a couple of things, and I'll try to describe them quickly. You can simply, when you're ready, write them down in a notebook paper. When you're ready, just sit down with a pen or paper, a pen and pad or whatever, cross out that, line it out, what you said, like, I can't type. That was one of mine. It's one of my jokes. Write out, I can't type. Turn the page over, flip it over and write, I type beautifully. I type perfectly adequately. I type fine. I type just fine. You write out something that's 180-degree turn, and you make that one of your affirmations, one of your scripts. In your life script or wherever, you can say, I type fine. I type beautifully. I type just fine. It's just so funny. right? You get the elimination list. So you can do it that way. Another thing you could do is you can light a fire somehow. If you do it outside or inside, I'm not going to go into great detail right now, but you can just write it out on a piece of paper or blow it into a stick. This is a shamanic method, but you can pick up a little stick from outdoors, get the intention of not being able to type or whatever the negative statement is. I'm using a simple, silly one right now. Whatever, like, I can't, I suck at, I'm never, I don't deserve. Get that feeling in mind and just blow it with your breath into the stick. Like, I can't type. When you know that your intention is now, this thought that you're having about yourself is in the stick, toss it in the fire. And that is a shamanic way to eliminate it from your field. A lot of ways to do that, but 2 fun ways. But you can work on your elimination list that way. And then you begin to do your 3 to 6 goal achieving activities. I will explain that. That's the nighttime activity, which we're about to get to, but do your goal achieving activities. We're not talking, if your goal is to make money, you have in the nighttime thought about 3 to 6 ways you can go about making some money the night before. So during the day, do your elimination list. During the day, remind yourself of your goal 3 to 6 times during the day with a timer or something else. And then do your activities. Do what you're supposed to be doing, basically. I'm also going to say, listen to these lessons at least 4 times. It's not about me. It's about the content, which is time honored and traditional from all those people I talked to you about in the last lesson, because you'll pick up on things you didn't understand before. Really, serious. Here's your evening routine. Here's what I recommend. This is really nice, by the way. Do some study in your area of expertise. Watching funny stuff and mindless stuff is good. It does raise your vibe if it's not bringing you down lower. Funny things are really good. But take some time to do some study. Watch some videos, read some books, listen to some books. About your area of interest or passion or expertise, do some studying. So good. And then here's where you write out your 3 to 6 goal achieving activities for the next day in order of priority. Make that phone call them, offer that up, call the Better Business Bureau. I mean, call the, what is it? The Chamber of Commerce. That's it. Call the Chamber of Commerce and offer to give them a free session, whatever. Do the things, what you come up with. The reason you do that at night is so that your subconscious mind can begin working on it. Like, how do we make that for her? Do that for him. And you might wake up in the morning and have better ideas of how to accomplish those things. And you might cross something out and replace it with another idea. Do that at night. Then you scan your day. Was there any time that you weren't the person that's achieved your goal? Was there a time when you weren't the person you want to be? Right? And you give yourself grace. You go, okay, how can I change 1% for tomorrow? You don't beat yourself up. You just go, you know what? I did that thing. I said that mean thing to her. I canceled that thing. I ran away. I didn't pay the bill I was supposed to pay, whatever it is. I was mean, or I didn't stand up for myself. I didn't have good boundaries. And how do you change 1% for tomorrow? And also, what were your wins? Oh, I did the thing and the other thing and the thing and the thing. It went great. I do that all the time. It feels so great. Like, okay, what was good about today? And then listen to your self-image or life. I call it the life script and the self-image. It's a synonym for me. Listen to your life script recording or your self-image recording for 10 minutes right before sleep. That's what you do in the evening. So I'm going to remind you of the ingredients. It's a lot. I know I've said a lot. You create a goal. You write yourself a life script. You're going to record the life script. You do your mirror work. The mirror work, remember, is saying something nice to yourself for 30 seconds in the morning. And also you state your goal out loud to yourself in the mirror for 5 minutes. You do those 10 gratitude statements, 5 of which are things that have already happened, and 5 of which have not happened yet, but stated in the present or the past. You're going to do some I am statements. I am wonderful. You're going to record the life script, as I said. You're going to write out your goal 10 times. You're going to create a goal card for yourself on a little 3x5 card you can carry around and put in a little plastic sleeve. And you can do your evening work. And I want to tell you that you're awesome. Everybody's awesome. Like the Legos movie. Everything is awesome. You guys are really awesome. And I thank you for listening. And let me know in the comments what you think. I would listen to this again and start the sauce.